Okay, due to high demand, I'm going to show you guys my recipe for kabab kobideh in a way that if you do it this way, you don't have to worry about the meat falling off the skew when you're grilling or cooking it. So here are the ingredients. I've got my favorite cayenne pepper, Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and paprika. I'm gonna usually I use yellow onion. I'm gonna use some purple onion and yellow onion as well. And I'm gonna mix the onion and ingredients together, let it sit in the refrigerator for maybe about a couple hours. And then I'll be able to mix it with my ground beef. Today I have about 5 and maybe 0.3 pounds of 80-20 ground chuck beef that I'm going to be using for my kabab kobideh. So for each pound of ground beef, I'm going to use 1 spoon or 1 teaspoon of salt. So I've 5 pounds, so I'm going to do 5 spoons of salt. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for each pound, I'm going to do half a spoon of black pepper. So black pepper, I'm going to do 2.5 spoons. So 1, 2 and half. I'm going to do paprika, about half a spoon of paprika for each pound. This paprika really gives it a nice flavor. At the same time, it just looks nicer. So I'm going to do 2 spoons of paprika, and 2.5 technically. And last, I'm going to give it a little cayenne pepper. Not much, especially my kids don't like spicy stuff. So cayenne pepper, I'm going to do probably about 1/5 of a spoon. For this whole thing, I'm going to do half a spoon. So probably not even half a spoon. I'm going to do a little less. There we go. Maybe half a spoon or 1/4 spoon for the 5 pounds. That's it. No more ingredients to add. I'm gonna mix this up and show you guys what's the next step. All right, so for each pound of ground beef, I'm gonna have 1 normal size, average size onion. Today I'm gonna have 2 purple onions, 3 yellow ones. Purple ones, I've heard that it's gonna prevent the meat from falling apart when it's getting cooked. I'm gonna give it a try, see how that works. I'm gonna chop these up, put them in my blender, and I'm gonna have my ingredient already mixed inside the blender with the onion, and then I'm gonna put them in a little container to keep it in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna chop these up. There's really no particular system in chopping. You just want to make it smaller so it kind of fits into the container. Okay, so I have my onion chopped up, smaller pieces. I'm gonna put it in my blender. And I can't fit all of them at the same time, so I'm gonna do 1 set, and I'm gonna add some of my food processor ready. All right, now I've chopped up the remaining onions, It's gonna go in here. It's gonna become very fine. More of the ingredients, that's all. Onions, all need to go in there. So 5 pounds of ground beef. We had 5 average size onion. Eventually it's gonna produce about 250 grams of actual onion without the juice for each pound. So that's all mixed up. It becomes almost like a puree. Okay, now that my onion's all finished, I'm gonna have my container with the upkish string in there. I'm gonna pour this stuff in there. Make sure eyes tear up. There you go. So I'm going to drain all the water. I'm going to leave this in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Okay, now I've got all the onion in my strainer. You see it's already getting the juice out. I'm going to cover it up. This way the onion's gonna sit, all those sulfur will evaporate. The onion becomes sweeter. It's already mixed with all the ingredients, salt, pepper, and it goes in the refrigerator for a couple hours. That will be a perfect time to use it to mix it up with the meat that we have. So it's gonna go in the refrigerator. Okay, I've taken my mixed onion out of the refrigerator. You can see that's the juice. I'm gonna mix it to my meat. So this is enough. As far as the remaining onion juice, I'm gonna put it in a cup. I'm gonna keep it in the refrigerator. This is what I'm gonna use when I'm putting my hand in there to make my kababs stick to the sikh. As far as this goes, I'm gonna mix it all up. Get all that stuff and let it sit. Mix it all up good, let it sit. Now I've mixed this for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's gonna be to a point that when you mix it, you can pick up a big chunk, and you can see it's hard, it won't fall. And then also after mixing it, you'll see it sticking to your gloves. That means it's got a nice consistency. You got the onion juice mixed up with all of it, and it's nice. Pick this whole thing up. See, this is kind of just really so I'm gonna leave this in the refrigerator, let it stay cool, and I'll have this onion juice that I'm going to use to put my hand in it when I want to put it around the skewers the sikh kebab. All right, let's look at it in a few hours. All right, so for kebab, I've already got it started. I've got my kebab maker 1.0. It's a great item for at home. It's little, takes work, but it works out great. You want a little cooking sheet. So a cooking sheet here. Your kebab's already mixed up. So you get a handful, make a sausage out of it. I have my onion juice that I saved up. I'm gonna mix it up here. Now you roll it in here, just like a sausage thing. So this kebab maker makes it so much more prettier, and it's for unprofessional ones like me. So I have my sikh. You wanna have this nice thick, about 2 centimeter sikh. You put it here, put some pressure on it. Roll this over it. When I roll it over, I'm gonna use some more onion. And then rolls this way. You push on it. Some of the excess will ooze out. So I open this up, remove the extras. Once the excess are removed, because it's a cooking sheet, be able to easily peel it off. When it peels off, then you gotta clean the skew. So I'm gonna kind of roll it. I want to get all the meat tag out. Front of it, you want to make sure it's closed. And then that's it. It goes on top of my rack. And that's what we have. I've got 30 kobideh.